We open on a sweeping aerial shot of a glowing city skyline at dawn, skyscrapers shimmering like symbols of modern ambition. The voice asks, what truly separates the rich from the wealthy? Beyond luxury homes and brand names lies an unspoken psychological divide, one that determines who sustains prosperity and who merely tastes it temporarily. Being rich is often misunderstood as a permanent state, but in reality, it is frequently momentary, a reflection of income, not insight. Wealth, by contrast, represents endurance, the art of preserving and multiplying value across generations. The first is earned through speed, the second is built through stability and understanding. For centuries, people have confused financial abundance with financial security. A millionaire with fragile spending habits may feel secure today but anxious tomorrow. Wealth, however, brings calm. It is the quiet confidence that your resources, mindset, and systems will protect you even when markets, politics, and trends fluctuate wildly. Psychologists reveal that the pursuit of riches often activates short-term dopamine cycles. We chase paychecks, upgrades, and possessions because each gives instant gratification. Wealth, on the other hand, activates long-term serotonin balance. It feeds from structure, patience, and a clear sense of purpose that transcends flashy validation. A rich person might buy a luxury car to show success, while a wealthy person invests quietly in assets that produce invisible growth. This fundamental difference in motivation defines their destinies. The rich seek recognition, the wealthy seek autonomy, both powerful drives, yet only one leads to enduring peace of mind. Throughout history, dynasties that sustained wealth did so through disciplined psychology, not luck. They trained their children to think in terms of stewardship, not consumption. Wealthy families discuss ideas, markets, and opportunities at dinner. Rich families often discuss expenses, luxuries, and immediate gains. Consider how emotion influences money. The rich often let fear or excitement decide their spending patterns. The wealthy treat money as a tool, detached, strategic, and obedient to a vision. Their restraint is not born of denial but of intention, the understanding that freedom multiplies when control replaces compulsion. Few realize that genuine wealth demands humility. It requires the awareness that no one outsmarts market cycles forever. The wealthy don't chase trends, they master time. They focus on patience, the invisible advantage that compounds silently while impulsive decisions fade into regret. Rich minds celebrate visibility, the new car, the luxury vacation, the social status. Wealthy minds celebrate invisibility, the quiet dividend, the tax strategy, the equity partnership. This contrast defines psychological maturity, the point where money stops leading and starts following a disciplined vision. In behavioral finance, experts call it delayed gratification, the secret currency of true wealth. Rich individuals often exchange tomorrow's freedom for today's dopamine hit. The wealthy understand that temporary restraint amplifies future options, converting patience into tangible power. Corporate leaders often share that wealth is built by decision quality, not decision quantity. The rich tend to act fast out of fear of missing out, while the wealthy act deliberately, measuring risk like architects. They know each move can either erode or enhance the power of compound growth. There is also a deep emotional clarity that accompanies wealth. When you operate from abundance rather than scarcity, you no longer crave constant validation. Emotional discipline transforms your relationship with resources, replacing anxiety with assurance and consumption with contribution. Being rich can attract attention, but being wealthy attracts respect, especially self-respect. That internal validation allows the wealthy to move silently, strategically, and purposefully through life without the psychological weight of proving themselves to others. On a neural level, the rich mindset associates money with power and pleasure, while the wealthy mindset associates it with peace and permanence. This subtle distinction determines how people invest, spend, give, and sleep. True prosperity lives not in accumulation but in psychological serenity. A rich individual reacts to opportunities, but a wealthy one anticipates them. They use curiosity, data, and foresight like instruments of navigation. In this way, their relationship with opportunity is proactive, they create momentum instead of chasing it. In financial psychology, mindset is the silent compounder. Rich thinkers fixate on making more, wealthy thinkers fixate on keeping more. This subtle reorientation from income to integrity transforms behavior, shifting focus from appearance to architecture, from consumption to construction. We cannot overlook the emotional environment surrounding these two mindsets. Rich circles often become competitive arenas, each measuring worth through possessions. Wealthy communities emphasize collaboration, mentorship, and legacy, understanding that shared wisdom multiplies value faster than solitary success. Education also marks the divide. Rich individuals often stop learning after achieving comfort, assuming success equals mastery. The wealthy treat education as a lifelong investment, their curiosity compounds like interest, ensuring adaptability no matter how economies or technologies evolve. When crisis strikes, the psychological foundation reveals itself. The rich panic, struggling to protect fragile status symbols. The wealthy adapt, analyzing disruption as opportunity. Calm thinking under chaos becomes their competitive edge, rooted not in capital size, but in clarity of mind. The wealthy, debt is a strategic instrument, not a burden. They use leverage with intention, converting obligations into engines of growth. In contrast, the rich often use debt emotionally, chasing gratification, not structure, turning potential tools into traps of dependency. Wealth demands systems that outlive human energy. Automation, delegation, and scalable investments replace the need for constant hustle. The rich work hard for money, the wealthy design systems where money works hard for them, where efficiency becomes the ultimate asset. It is said that being rich buys luxury, being wealthy buys time. Time, not money, becomes the rarest currency. The wealthy optimize every decision around reclaiming it, understanding that true affluence begins when your hours serve your purpose, not survival. Legacy-minded individuals view wealth as stewardship. They realize it's not about personal indulgence but about continuity, creating frameworks for others to thrive. Their wealth extends beyond portfolios into philanthropy, innovation, and education that ripple through decades. The psychology of wealth thrives on minimalism, not excess. It values quality over quantity, owning fewer but better things, making fewer but sharper decisions. It's not austerity, it's awareness, an evolved expression of power that does not shout but whispers. Wealth also demands emotional literacy, the ability to stay calm when rewards are slow and markets emotional. The rich may attach their identity to the market's mood swings, the wealthy detach, maintaining focus through intellectual distance, not avoidance but composure. Richness buys access, wealth builds influence. The distinction is monumental. Access fades when sources dry up, influence grows when principles remain steady. Wealthy people build networks as ecosystems, organic, honest, and long-term in design. Another powerful difference lies in consumption rhythm. The rich live cyclically, earning, spending, repeating. The wealthy operate linearly, earning, investing, expanding. Their cycles move forward, not in circles, converting every reward into renewed productivity rather than fleeting comfort. There's also a spiritual aspect few discuss. True wealth combines gratitude with vision. While the rich thank fortune for their status, the wealthy thank strategy, learning, and time. Gratitude becomes the magnetic field that stabilizes ambition with grace. The media often glorifies richness, yachts, diamonds, and front-row luxury. Yet the truly wealthy rarely seek visibility. They understand that silence preserves focus and that energy wasted on appearances diminishes strategic depth. Wealth is psychological leverage. When you master your emotions, your investments compound in proportion to your patience. Every calm decision performed repeatedly forms an invisible fortress against volatility and chaos. For emerging entrepreneurs, understanding this mindset shift can redefine the trajectory of their lives. Build systems before success, discipline before luxury, knowledge before recognition. When wealth becomes an inner identity, outer results naturally align. Generational wealth doesn't simply mean inheritance, it means inherited perspective. The ultimate gift is not assets, but attitude. Those who cultivate resilience, service, and discipline pass on an invisible currency far greater than money, psychological wealth. Modern psychology concludes that the difference between rich and wealthy is emotional stability under uncertainty. Richness is reactive, wealth is reflective. It's not what happens to you but how you think through what happens that determines financial longevity. As this understanding deepens, the world sees wealth less as accumulation and more as alignment. To live richly is to own things, to live wealthily is to own yourself, your mind, your time, and your choices. That is the ultimate form of prosperity. In closing, remember that wealth is a psychological art form sculpted through habits, time, and vision. When you master mindset before money, abundance becomes inevitable. True wealth begins not in your wallet, but in your worldview.